Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Kerbal Space Program. We're here on the moon with Wilvin, Chadcott, and Albild, ready for the return mission. They've been out, they've done moonwalks, they've planted the flag, you just can't see it. They have samples. Now it's time to return home. We're gonna just lift off here, and we're gonna launch 90 degrees, which should bring us to the right of the moon. Once we reach apoapsis, we'll burn a little bit just to keep ourselves going around. When we're on the back of the moon, we're gonna do our large trans-Kerbin burn, I assume that's what it's called, here, and extend our apoapsis over here just a little bit, just enough to get caught. We'll try and do this in a fuel economic way. So the first step here is, of course, to detach from the lander descent stage. Done. RCS no longer does it. Where's my extra RCS tag? Wait a minute, that didn't work. Okay. There it is. Engine is ready for launch. Now the RCS won't work. We're going to put on fine control here. We're going to burn up about 1,000 kilometers ish. It shouldn't take a lot of thrust to lift us at all. Putting on the SAS just for... Here we go. Very minimal. I think it's 400 meters per second, which is the proper escape velocity for the moon. Let's get around here. Probably best to bring that up a little bit. Ooh. Yeah. Hey, look at that, see? Pushing that out a fair dinkum. Oh, it's been a rather tiring day. Much things to do. Let's full throttle this a little bit, just get this out. Brilliant. When we get up to there, we're going to do a similar thing. See, only a little tiny amount of fuel left. And we've left the lander down there. I always like to leave an actual lander stage behind, you know, sort of the actual flag sort of thing, you know. Okay, there we go. Everyone happy? Oh, they're not very happy about this part at all. They obviously think I'm doing something wrong. We'll see. We'll see. Gonna speed up time ever so slightly. We just want it over 4 kilometers. That way we shouldn't hit any mountains. Most of the mountains are at the north and south poles, though, so we should be pretty safe. Okay. Line up and burn. And get ready, this is going to be quick. Here it comes. I guess it's about 500. Oh! Brilliant. That's perfect. We have escaped and are now in a stable orbit of the moon. See how bloody easy it is getting back? You know, the low gravity, lack of atmosphere, you just don't need much fuel at all. This pod looks pretty good. If I could fit a small RCS cylinder in here somewhere for the thrusters, that would make me a little happy, but we don't need them at all. Right. Oh, and they seem to have calmed down as well. Chad's a little bit worried. He's like, but we're going away from the planet. Ah, there's the planet. See, we're going away from it. It's okay, it's good. We're slingshotting around, sort of, ish. This is going to take a little while, so I might cut the video here. Okay, we're coming up. Just like when we went to the moon and on the return trip, we don't want to actually burn directly for, because by the time the moon is rotated we'll miss it. So we want to sort of burn this direction, sort of straight from here. Probably around about... come on, where are you? I don't know, you're still kind of aligned. Yep, I'm coming up to it by the time this slows down. This should be good. We'll swing ourselves around to the prograde marker. I've tried to keep on the 90, but we're a little bit off kilter, I think. Off our 90-degree equatorial orbit, but that's fine, it doesn't matter too much. Okay, and we're burning. We go for trans-Kerbal insertion. Really, it shouldn't take too much to do this. Whoop. That should be enough, just to get us cool. How are we doing for fuel? Tons of fuel left. Textbook so far. Well, the thrusters have finally realised they have no fuel and have gone grey. every time I touch the throttle, these guys get scared. Okay, bit of time compression. Let's get these boys on their way home. And as you see, by the time the moon has moved to its anti-clockwise orbit, we'll come more, and it'll just put us even closer. So yeah, this is going pretty well. Okay, come on, time warp. We should have a pretty huge orbit of Kerbal. So, and I think we've got enough fuel to not worry about heading to the apoapsis to burn and lower the periapsis. We might as well just lower the apoapsis, which is probably going to be out the ass end. Did I fuck that up? No. That's fine. Are we going to get caught again? Sometimes at this point you can get caught again by the moon if you fuck it up, but I think we've gone in the right direction. I think that's enough. I think I'm actually going to do it from here since we've got tons of fuel. Tons of fuel. We can just go retrograde. Bring that periapsis all the way down to 35 kilometers for safety reasons. Slow it up a bit. Here it comes. There we go. 35-100. That, I think, is perfect. Look at all that fuel we got left. Very efficient. Not really, because we had to lift all that fuel here, but where is the bloody planet anyway? There's the mooner. There's the moon. So where is... there's our little jewel. Let's get that. Whomp. That's so fun to watch. Okay. We're hitting the atmosphere pretty soon. There it is. Hit the atmosphere at 3 kilometers a second. We should separate. We've separated. Now, probably should have done that earlier if we had, re-entry heat and all that, but wow, this capture's pretty jumpy. Let's at least get into a nice angle of descent. That way when we have our heat shield, we're using it. I'm gonna pop the parachute around 2 kilometers. don't really want to pop the parachute up early because sometimes, depending on the parachute, it can snap off before you've slowed down. Because once you hit the last band of atmosphere, you are going to slow down to at least 150 meters per second just from drag. You know, you will slow down even more than that, but deploying the parachute after that point is a little dangerous because it doesn't. Sometimes you might have a mountain under you, and where are we coming in? Oh, look at that go. That's spinning a fair bit. Oh, well, we've just passed the Space Center, which is right there. That's where we launched from. Oh, we got that little bug where we can see our lines. There we go. Bye, Space Center. Where are we coming in? Anywhere good? I didn't particularly try to land near the launch pad. I'm not too good at it. I can usually crash a shuttle in the right place. Shuttles are a bastard to fly there. Maybe I should do a few episodes on making a shuttle. I've never actually successfully made a shuttle. I mean, I've got a vehicle that I can just about get up into the air and fly, but they're very rarely launched by a rocket, and sometimes it's just efficient enough to launch the shuttle on its own fuel inside, but bah. I want a big old launch system, you know? I want it to kind of look a bit like a space shuttle. I do have the space shuttle parts pack, and the craft files that come with them are pretty good, and they do work lovely. But, you just want to build your own space shuttle, don't you? So, Chad is not very happy about this re-entry. I'm not sure why. Probably because the capture keeps moving a bit funny. Oh, they're all a little bit. This is really twitchy. Quite a twitchy capsule. It's alright. Kinda like it. Looks like part of a submarine or something. Big old porthole in it and all the rivets. So far, this is a success. Blah 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 blah. This is a successful mission. A lot of people do wonder what the pink little circle on the nav ball there means. It points to the launch center. It even points through the planet like it's doing right now. That's all it does. No matter where you are, it'll point to the launch center, sun, to the moon, anything. That's all. Almost useless. Good for getting your bearings sometimes. Alright, here we go. We're just going to disable that. We're slowing down now. Oh, we're upside down, that's not good. Launch parachute. This is a oscilloscope parachute, so it's got crazy ass drag on it, and we'll probably land at like 5 meters per second. Looks nice though. We're landing in a forest. Whereabouts? Just across the sea here. Not too bad. Not too bad. We'll get a taxi around. Oh, those bloody lines again in the sky. There we go. Oh. It's good to have you boys home. Da, 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 da. Oh, yeah. That put a grin on their face. They seem to enjoy this. But they don't enjoy that. Silly bloody Kerbals. See that? 4.2 meters per second. Looks good. Looks a good parachute too. I like it. Here we have the rather simplistic trees. It's nice to see some trees. There are supposedly sort of Easter eggs and stuff hidden around the planet and the moon. You know, I've heard talk of more than actually one monolith. Because I know there's a monolith on Kerbal because it's right next to the Space Center. I've never found the one on the moon. Oh, we sank into the terrain a little bit. Let's move along. Yeah, we'll just drive home. See you next week. Well, here it is. They made it back safely. End the flight. 4.9 Gs. Total distance traveled, 21 million meters. I think. No, it's not, is it? I am having such a day, I can't count. I really can't count. 3 days, 17 hours, 44 minutes. That's a lot of time. That's like a week in Kerbal time. I spent a little bit more time on the moon because, wow, I had to go through a night. Yeah, it's good stats. Let's go to the Space Center. Okay, that was a good launch. I think I'm going to launch another little rocket here just for a bit of fun. Something I came up with a little while ago. Where are you? I can never find you. Where are you? Hello, rocket. CRT-01. This one is just a little project I came up with. Hey, look, it's Bill, Jeb, and Bob. Hello, game. This is solid rocket boosters attached to a solid rocket booster. That's the first and second stage, and the third stage is a solid rocket booster. The main module has a liquid engine for the final majiggy, and it also has an escape tower. I'm going to demonstrate the escape tower actually, because I do like the system. So we're just going to launch solid rockets. Don't know why I needed the throttle there, but it goes really well. Yeah. The staging is already set up. I already have it set up for the escape tower if there's any problems being solid rocket, and I can just move them up when I need to during the staging of the flight. So it's got my little flag on it there. My little flag on the rocket. NSLA, National Space Launch Association. Booster separation and ignition of the second stage booster. It just goes really well. I do like this one. I don't use it that often though. And this is, you know, let's just say, let's take SAS off and just give it a little bit of a twist here. We're off course. Oh no, detach, burn away, burn away. Release that and release the parachute. See, don't need to worry about the rocket. We're fine. Well, the parachute hasn't released yet, but that's fine. We'll just start to go down, and that's fine. We spin. Of course, it's good to actually release the parachute after you've started falling downwards, because sometimes you can hit the 0 meters per second mark, and that will turn your parachute off. It's just the way the parachutes work, to know once you've landed, but how does it know you've landed? You might be hovering. Yeah, so that's the escape system. Pretty decent. There it goes. These guys are going to land safely, so I'm just going to restart the flight. I'm going to try and get this to orbit. It's been a long time since I've actually flown it entirely, so I've got to remember when to do the various bits and bobs. So we're going to move all this jazz. Where are you? That's the decoupler for the final stage. Just gotta wait for it to stop lagging a sec. That loads the world. So that's just there before the parachute. That goes there, because that's when we release the nose. Okay. SAS on, throttle up for no reason. Launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Solid rocket ignition. We're keeping pretty straight. See, that's something. I had an idea in mind for this rocket. I just wanted it to be sort of, obviously all solid rockets, and it's kind of straight and, you know, not too much wiggle. And she came out really well. Quite pleased with it. It's one of those rockets that when you're done, you just sit there and go, I'm happy with that rocket. Yay. And booster separation. Just need those extra ones to get us off the launch pad. This big chunky one here is pretty heavy. Used to be a one of Sunday Punch's old parts, I believe. Was it? I think it was a Sunday Punch rocket. It was only recently added into the Nova Punch pack, I think. He got a new skin out of it to match the other ones, which is alright. Nice black stripe up the sides. Looks decent. I know I'm here talking about a single part. How interesting was that? It's been one of them days. Right, okay, we should be coming up pretty decent now. Yeah. Not that we have any... And separation for a third stage. Now I have to find that bloody 90-degree mark, because this is the hairy bit. There we go. All those bits. How do we go? See, that puts us at 109, which is pretty good. Now once we're up there, we have to burn just before it. There we go, and speed up time ever so slightly. And get ready to burn in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, boosters don't work like that. Burn. Goodbye, rest of your rocket. And there's not much you can do about this part. Just burn it until it's done. So, you know, you do end up with a bit of a wonky angle orbit, but that's why we have a liquid engine on this boy over here, on the main service module. Using another oscilloscope parachute there. See? It just comes out a tree, look. I suppose I could actually slow myself down by just going up a little bit, but oh yeah, I remember now. I remember, this just puts us out, and then we do this final burn here, just to put us up to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No? I'll tell you what, if I put that up to 150, we can do a 150 kilometer orbit, just like that. And once we reach around there, we'll circularize, and just from circularization, which is completely unnecessary to be honest, we've still got plenty of fuel to maneuver, and even if we need to, we can deorbit with RCS. I mean, this has enough RCS to last us, and you know, I've played around with this. I've changed all orbits, all sorts, multiple times, and it's got plenty of fuel to do what it needs. This is another one of my Kerbalized rockets, a fair bit. Once again, Meilong fuel tank, Meilong decoupler, and SAS. We've got some Silisco fuel tanks in here for the RCS though. Looks nice. One of his new parts from the base pack. But hey, that's a stable orbit in itself. Okay, cutting it here till I get to the app. Well, apparently I wasn't recording for the apoapsis burn, unfortunately, because I am sleepy and brain dumb at the moment. But as you can see, we've only used a mere fraction of our fuel, and we're in a... I mean, what's that? That's under 50 meters difference between our apoapsis and periapsis. That's pretty good. Oh, Bill Bob, shut up. This is a good run. This is a good run. Yeah, we've got tons of fuel left. And I can do all sorts of maneuvers with this thing. Hehe. Fun. Boom, 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 boom. Hee. Yeah. Okay, that's enough rambling, I think. have a lovely day. I will see you in the next episode, which will probably be Minecraft, of course. I think next Kerbal Space program we're gonna actually launch a space station ourselves to put up here, since I reset my persistence file. That one I did in a couple of videos ago isn't up here. Actually, I've got another version of the game with all the Cosmos pack installed, because I can't run it with these parts. Might do a video on that, see if I can launch some of those rockets. They're hard to launch. They're bloody hard to launch. It's like learning to fly again. Alright, have a lovely day. Bye! And bye from Bill, Jeb and Bob.